Hi everyone, it's Danielle, and today's day 55 of my 100-day video blog challenge. I am glad that you're here with me. Yesterday was a rough day. If any of you saw my video, it was definitely heavy and laden with emotion, especially right after the full moon, which is in Aries and starts a whole new cycle. So it was a really intense day of releasing and letting go of all that no longer serves. So it's interesting that today's day 55 because I looked up the angel number of 55, because 5 in numerology represents change, and angel numbers 55 actually is represented by letting go of all the old things which no longer serve your greatest good and embarking on new things to learn and new challenges to embrace and embark upon. So this morning I started the day with a fresh, clean slate. It's early in the morning and I'm getting ready to go to work. As you can tell, I put on some makeup, I dressed nice, I changed my entire physiology because I'm ready to conquer the world. I saw a meme that really kind of caught my attention, and it says, we are now less than 3 months left remaining within this decade. So go for it. If there's something that you want to do, go for it. And we are 2.5 months left of this entire year and this entire decade. So what do you want to do before the end of the decade? Like, is there anything that you've been putting off and saying, oh yeah, I want to do this, I want to lose weight, I really want to ask out that person that I've been admiring, I want to learn a new skill, I want to learn about astrology, I want to go back to school, I want to change my career, I really want to apply for this job. Like, is there anything that you have been doing or wanting to do that you've been held back, just waiting for the right time? Because time is constant, it's always passing. So you can't wait, it's not going to wait for you. You have to just take action and start the first step. And while change can sometimes be scary, it can also be really exciting. And now is a perfect time to get started on your new journey and embark on your new goals so that you enter into the next decade with momentum already beginning and an excitement and an enthusiasm. So that when you start the new year, you already have the beginning steps and you're really getting into your flow of your new habits or your new patterns or your new relationship or your new class, or at least you have the information required so that when the new year starts, you have a beginning foundation and framework and information to get started. So I've been coaching somebody and they're going through major life changes and about to start a new job and a new career and really starting from scratch after their old foundation had been torn down. In tarot, that's considered a tower moment because if something doesn't have a solid foundation, eventually that will crumble and that will fall apart because it's not built upon a solid foundation. So the universe basically creates some sort of discomfort or chaos or a moment to strip away that old, weak semblance of an existence or a foundation so that it cleans slate so that you can rebuild. And it can be scary to rebuild, but it also gives you the opportunity to build a really solid, awesome foundation the right way with the right people and the right skill set. And you can go slow and steady in rebuilding and do it the right way, using the knowledge and the insight and the information and all of your life experience to help you create that new existence and that new chapter. So it's a clean slate and it can be really, really empowering. So I share a lot of really vulnerable things here. And I fully admit that there has been a lot of dysfunction and imbalance in my life. And as humans, we only know what we know. And if we're raised in an environment that does things a certain way or behaves in a certain way, and it's not ideal to meet the goals of what you want to achieve. For example, if you grow up in an environment that's highly toxic and negative and abusive and it's condescending and puts people down, well, that's the environment with which you grow up. That's the filter and the lens that you see things through. You don't know any other way. So how can you be expected to operate and function in a different way if that's never been your environment, if you've never been taught that, if you've never been exposed to that? If you grow up in an alcoholic family or environment or community and everyone around you is drinking alcoholically, and if there's a problem, they drink alcoholically, and if there's a celebration, they drink alcoholically, and if there's a family function, they drink alcoholically, well, you're not going to know it's alcoholic. You're just going to think that that's your norm because that is what you're exposed to. That's what you think. Well, doesn't everybody operate like this? Like in recovery, I'm in recovery for almost 3 years, and I got to tell you, I didn't know that everybody didn't function and operate in that same way. I never knew how to live in a healthy manner without alcohol being involved in some way. Because if there was life celebrations, alcohol was celebratory. If there was mourning, alcohol was part of that. I'm Irish Catholic, like that's very much part of the culture, even though it's not that for everybody. That's where a stereotype comes through. But in the community and culture that I was raised in, it was very prevalent. So I didn't know, and I had to learn a new way to live, and it was really scary, and I didn't even know where to begin. But then that's where fellowship comes from, and mentorship and personal development. So people see me constantly hiring coaches, and I became a coach, and healing and going to therapy and speaking to other people. Well, I speak to other people and I learn from other people who have the things that I wish to achieve and who have the knowledge that I wish to learn from and live the type of lifestyle that I aspire to have. So I can't possibly be expected to know how to do things that I've never been taught before. And I think, especially as adults, if we embark on something new, there's this pressure that we put on ourselves and that other people may put on us and say like, well, I am starting from scratch and I can't do that. Well, how can you possibly learn something new if you've never learned it before and if you've never been exposed and you've never been taught? You have to start somewhere. And it's okay. It's okay to say, you know what? I want to learn from you. You have what I wish to achieve. Can I mentor under you? Can I take you to coffee? Can I learn from you? Can I sign up for a class? Hey, I'm interested in doing what you do. How did you get there? Can you share your story with me? It's having a beginner's mind and an open-mindedness and a curiosity and an enthusiasm to learn rather than fear or embarrassment to ask for help and say, I don't understand. I don't know. Well, how would you know? You're starting something brand new. And I think an analogy that's always resonated with me is as a child, a little baby child learns how to crawl and then to walk. They've never done that before. So there's going to be a lot of trying and attempting and failure and falling and crying and frustration. And it's a little scary because you don't want them to hurt themselves and they don't want to hurt themselves, but they're going to go for it. You know, and if a little baby tries to walk, you're not going to say, oh, you're so terrible. How did you do that? How come you can't walk immediately? Or like if a young kid is trying to learn how to ride a bike without training wheels, like you have training wheels to ease your way in. That's the mentorship. That's the apprenticeship. That's the learning process. And then it takes practice. You're going to fall. You're going to make mistakes. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to be messy. It's going to be sloppy. But then the more that you do it, the stronger you're going to become in those skills. And then it's going to become more natural. So I have to remind myself of that. if I was raised with certain habits which are not in alignment with my greatest good or what I want to bring into the future, I need to learn new ways how to do it. And I'm going to learn that from the people who have the serenity or the accomplishment or the skill set or the knowledge that I wish to acquire and that I wish to emulate, because I need to model and learn from the people who have it, not who say that they have it. Actions definitely speak louder than words. You know, are they doing it? Are they achieving it? Are they putting themselves out there and actually like doing the work? Have they had success in it? Have they failed and rebuilt and redone? Because that shows tenacity and perseverance. Because I don't know many people that just like try something once and are so successful that they're like millionaires and happy and retired in the first attempt. If you know somebody, let me know. I'll emulate that person and figure out how they did it. But that's life. That's the journey of life, and how we continue to constantly improve ourselves and to learn and expand our skill set and to expand our minds and to take our breadth and scope of understanding as human beings and our capabilities to the next level. So I hope that this is helpful. I wish you all a beautiful day. The sun is shining. It's a fresh new opportunity to go conquer the world. And with 2.5 months left in this decade, go out and try something new and speak your truth and go after it and say, I want to do this. I want to start my weight loss journey. I want to eat healthier. I want to quit smoking. I want to ask out the person that I am crushing on. I want to apply for that job. Even if it seems unattainable, I'm going to go for it. Because the worst that can happen is like, you might not get it the first time. Okay, but then you're going to get more experience from going for it. So you have more information as to how to approach it moving forward. So go out and be great. Just try it. Try your best. Just have fun with it. Okay? And go learn something new, because it's just fun to learn something new. All right? Have a great day. Bye.